guys, welcome back to Big Brother Sister Acts. I'm Ted, that's Rainy, and that's Damaj, and he's studying for this test, I guess. Anyways, we're back with How to Get Away with Murder, Season 2, Episode 7, I Want You to Die. Interesting title. I don't got a clue in the world.
But last we left off, Wes and Annalise was going at it. Frank, I guess, it was looking to place Rebecca's body somewhere. I don't know if it's to be found or what, maybe trying to give Wes closure because he's just very anal about finding out what happened to her. Simultaneously, in the flash forward, they planted Catherine in the woods, and she just waking up and a whole bunch of stuff just popped off, murders and people getting shot, and Frank went to the hospital putting on a show, so a lot going on there. Oliver got hacked because he kept hacking, and the hacker that he hacked the hacker, and the hacker hacked him back and was watching and listening to everything they were saying. The aunt had a secret baby. Catherine and Caleb's aunt, they had a secret baby, so they were looking for that baby, but that was the baby that was the hacker. He's a grown man now. And I think we left off about with that. Y'all know the case of the week was stressful. Frank took Laurel to his crazy family's house, and that's what I wrote down anyway. Bonnie, what she was doing. She just found out about Asher, so, she probably gonna confront him about that. But they've been trying to help him because he was about to snitch.
And he just might once again because his dad just cut him off, like seriously stuff.
Yep. And that about does it for my notes, so we just gonna jump in, y'all. Full and other reactions are available on Patreon.
If you don't want to come, then don't.
Okay, but just think for a second.
No more excuses. We know better this time.
Oh, this time. He said, I ain't going through it again.
Wait.
He was finna snitch?
What do we do?
Stop them.
So Wes might have been the one to shoot Annalise. But he been having enough of her. So that could be why. So is Wes just going full psycho?
No.
This is always so misleading, so I don't want to, be too presumptuous, but he's got a gun.
Relax. Left a gun in your house this time.
Shit, it was Levi's gun. That makes sense, where he got the gun. Thank God for those little mini flashbacks. They're gonna make sure you don't miss a detail.
The client's going down for murder unless you could find someone else to pin it on.
Especially
For our case, it's Mother Teresa.
Somebody did.
So how are you going to turn her into a killer?
Not a killer,
Normally,
none.
you'd start by mining the suspect's personality traits.
Such as?
I don't know. She's kind of the most selfless
I watched
person
The
who ever
Walking Dead.
lived.
I know
Well, use
them nuns
that.
can kill.
She has an inflated sense of self-worth, thinks she's God. What else? Is she an egomaniac, a secret abuser of children?
Sad loner. Philip only has 4 friends on his profile, and they're all from his gaming community. And look, he's alone in almost all his pictures, no family, friends.
Maybe a loner, but he's got some bomb-ass game controllers.
We can argue that he's got antisocial personality disorder, that he's prone to violence, homicidal tendencies.
Charity work, most of it focused on hospice care, so I don't know how that could tie into her motive.
I do. Maybe she killed for love, or...
Money. Philip gets minimum wage at his grocery store job, explaining why he'd be after the Hapstall fortune.
We need an emotional motive for the jury, can't just be financial.
He's got white man's rage. Here he is poor and lonely while 2 minorities live the wealthy life his blood entitles him to.
Did Mother Teresa have the means to commit this murder?
Well, the victim was a small child, and since Mother Teresa often worked with poor children...
Poor, vulnerable children.
Philip lives within 2 miles of the Hapston mansion. We just have to prove he was in town the night of the murders.
You haven't figured that out yet?
We're working on it.
Get me proof that Philip is a killer so I can spring it on Sinclair before the trial. We say nothing until we know more.
Yeah, don't say shit to Caleb.
Which means no pillow talk with your boyfriend.
She made it for your birthday and asked me to hide it.
My wife did not make this.
She did.
Why does it look like crap?
Well, I might have cleaned up the ends just a little bit. Are you Nate Leahy?
Yeah, what do you need?
You've been served.
Ooh.
Sinclair's saying Nea's death was foul play. She wants the judge to let her test Nea's blood.
It was.
It was cremated. They took blood samples after she died for some clinical trial. So those pills I got you. I didn't give them to Nate. You sure? I gotta know if I'm gonna protect us here.
If you want to protect us, kill Emily Sinclair.
I was wondering when you'd show up.
She's back. Did we go all the way to New York?
No.
That's where she was going. She told her to come to New York with her.
Did the two of you kill her together?
Great.
No, they're
For
not.
both of you.
I did it. On my own.
She called me first, asked me for pills.
Of course you did, because who doesn't ask their husband's mistress to offer? I'm very sorry for your loss, Nate. I am. But what you did, you knew Sinclair wanted to take you down.
She wanted to take me down, not him. I'll fix it. Or try.
Neo stage 4?
For over a year.
That's your answer then. Convince the judge Nia died of natural causes and that Sinclair has some vendetta against the two of you.
But backup plan?
But you are not allowed anywhere near this. The fact that there's been any contact between the two of you since I left is crazy. Both know it, so don't make me say it again. We have to prep.
She's like, goodbye.
Don't worry, I got this.
We know. You got him off murder, so I know you can get him off this. She's good.
Hey, you didn't call me back last night.
I fell asleep early.
Okay, but this thing with my dad has gotten worse. They've removed him from the bench until the investigation's over.
Which is the least he deserves, don't you think?
I guess, but he's blaming me.
And you? Aren't you blaming you?
For what?
What you and your friends did at Charter Lake.
She knows.
What's Charter Lake?
It's rude to eavesdrop.
I'm meeting Annalise at court.
I know, just...
Who told you?
I just confront you with the fact that you and your friends gang raped a girl, and your response is, who told
No,
me?
I wasn't a part of that. It was my party, but I was downstairs. They
You
were
could have
upstairs.
stopped them.
I was
What
drunk.
an original excuse.
Ooh, she ain't talking none of it.
Your client hacked into the Tidwell cell phones, then stole private texts of a sexual nature sent between a husband and his wife.
Allegedly stole.
He then printed and distributed them to every member of their church congregation.
Allegedly, you've no proof my client did this.
Right. There's just proof he did this. Your client might have gotten away with harassing Sharon's last two husbands, but this time he went too far. To the point where Marco Tidwell felt his only escape was to do a swan dive off the 15th floor of the Eisenworth building.
No one can make someone commit suicide.
I disagree.
Then let's go to trial. It starts in a few hours.
5 years.
6 months, 2 years probation.
4 years minimum security.
Prussian blue. You wore that same color the first night of our honeymoon.
2 years or we walk.
Did you wear that for me?
What do you say? Do we have a deal?
You did, didn't you?
Do not make the deal.
Shannon, honey.
You're delusional, Dale. And now you killed the love of my life, so enough. We're going to trial.
That woman doesn't love you. You hear me? Not 1 ounce.
Yeah, I don't know why you
That's where we
pushed her.
disagree.
At least was trying to
I'm
get you
sure
the
the
minimum.
trial is in 4 hours. We don't have time to eat. See if
Yeah,
the judge will
I
grant us a
dropped
continuance.
I'll go now. Then tell Bixby to take the assault, or it's 6 to 8. I'll call you back.
Nate lost his wife after watching her suffer for years.
Or he killed her so he could be with you.
Do I need to talk to your boss again?
I was told to back off you, not Mr. Leahy. It's just a simple blood test. If he has nothing to hide, why object?
You're messing with the wrong bitch.
Threat?
I guess you'll see.
And at least warned you. And we know you end up dead, so. Yikes.
So we need to prove that our client had nothing to do with that man's suicide, that he jumped off the building for some other reason.
Our client jumped off the
Where
building?
at?
The victim, Marco Tidwell, our client,
Oh, this
Dale.
stuff
He
that you
stalked
returned,
Marco.
Emily,
So
so-
find out what he knows about
Going
him.
after Annalise.
What Dale knows or what Marco knows?
My God, Mr. Gibbons, help Miss Castillo figure out my case.
No, I can do it. You just...
And I'd rather work on the Hapsels. I'm sure Laurel's got it.
You think this is a democracy? You go where I tell you to go.
Should I help too? See if Bonnie needs anything?
Wait, now you got 2 men holding your hand.
If I were Marco, I would have killed myself too.
This guy.
He only made $85,000 a year.
That's actually a lot of money.
No, it's not, but it's cute. You think that.
How do you know how much Marco made?
Went through his tax returns.
And you claim you're not a stalker.
I was looking out for Sharon. She has expensive tastes. I wanted to make sure her new husband would be able to provide what she deserves.
What else did you find out about him? Anything that'd make him commit suicide?
Went to church?
Religious people are less likely to commit suicide.
Okay. What if he went to church 3 nights a week? Who does that unless they're depressed?
You have a really strange way of looking at the world.
Wait,
Very
he went
much
to
so.
church at night.
Yeah. Very much.
Marco was an alcoholic. He wasn't going to church, he was going to AA meetings, which proves he had substance abuse issues that we could argue led to suicide.
The anonymity of AA meetings is protected under the law.
Then let's ask Sharon on the stand.
She's not going to admit her husband was a drunk if it helps Dale's case.
She will if we make her.
Good work, team.
Was your husband an alcoholic?
They told me you would try and blame the victim. No, my husband was not an alcoholic.
So why else would he go to St. Colette's church 3 times a week for Alcoholics Anonymous meetings?
He went to church to worship. He was a godly man.
Mrs. Chidwell, would you be surprised to know that we have dozens of security camera photos of Marco attending this AA meeting?
We have photos.
She's bluffing, you idiot.
I don't know. I might recall him saying that he was interested in going.
So you lied. You knew he was an alcoholic.
No.
Because
Discredit
alcoholics
the
are 3
witness.
times more likely to suffer from clinical depression than the general public.
Marco was not depressed.
Your Honor, where's the medical?
And
Annalise
that's
can
why
lie.
he killed himself. It wasn't
She
because of
can't.
my client. It was because he was a drunk who couldn't stand his life with you any longer.
If Ms. Keating continues to treat my witness with such disrespect...
Relax. Mrs. Chidwell gave me everything I need to know. No further questions.
Your next witness, Mr. Nelson?
He's mad.
I'd like to call the victim, Marco Tidwell, to the stand.
I'm
Objection.
surprised
Mr.
that-
Tidwell's posthumous testimony wasn't on the evidence list.
Only because I wanted to spare Mrs. Tidwell the undue pains of hearing her husband's 911 call. But since Ms. Keating has dragged us into the muck, I have no other
This
choice.
is hearsay, Your Honor.
It's a dying declaration, Miss Keating. Let's just hear it.
911, what's your emergency?
This is Marco Tidwell, and I'm going to kill myself.
Where are you, Marco?
The roof of the Eisenworth building.
Marco, listen.
I'm calling so that bastard hears this. He needs to know he did this.
Marco, I understand how painful this is.
Goodbye.
Marco. Marco. Marco, are you there? Marco.
Ouch.
Traumatizing for the dispatcher.
We switched to an insanity defense.
We have Dale Rulon fit to stand
We
trial.
look desperate to the
That's why
jury.
they-
Reapproach the prosecutor about a deal.
That's called losing. We don't do that, Miss Castillo.
We don't do that.
Any ideas? Well, you're just gonna let the men think of them for you.
Now, what she's saying is you have the best ideas.
Asking.
Find me something I can use in court.
What you mean? Laura be the one with everything.
Look,
Let her
Caleb's
cook.
Why does Caleb have your number?
She putting pressure on Laura
When I
today.
was prepping him for
I'm
trial.
really prepping him for that. Answer it.
So I have to pretend like we haven't found their killer cousin? Not happening.
You're no fun.
There he is. Hey, good news. Philip was in town the night of the murders.
What's going on? How do you know?
He posted to Reddit that night, and his IP address puts him in
Is
the
he trying to get a job?
Won't one of you explain right now? I asked your boo to help us out on the hacking thing. When?
Today, I texted you. Where should I set up?
On the couch. Take whatever space you need. What the hell? Relax.
Crossing
It's
the
not my
line.
type.
Who doesn't want him getting involved with this?
Not this deep. It's okay when Connor asks, but
I thought
this is like full on hiring him at this point. He in office.
Who are you? I know you're mad. Then I would have called, but I haven't had a second to myself.
Do I look mad?
I know you got a lot going on right now. I can see that. You're not the only one with a personal life.
Who is she?
Oh, no, you don't get to ask me that.
You're blushing.
I have a life in New York, yes, but don't worry. There's no one worth being jealous of. I have to make a confession. I may be just a tiny bit happy that Nate killed his wife. Because it means I get to see you again.
It's a little dark, but cute.
Just dark.
Nate goes to jail. We run off together. Get out in practice. But in Paris. Work 20 hours a week. Spend weekends in bed. Great. We both got work. Thank you for taking care of him. Anytime.
Please talk to me.
You should be helping Laurel prep Dale.
Can I at least explain to you my version so you can hear it from me instead of Sinclair, who I assume is the one that told you?
It doesn't matter who told me.
It does. Look, I made this stupid video at my parents' lake house. We threw a party. Everyone was drinking. A bunch of people went upstairs.
4 guys took 1 girl upstairs. So don't you dare say you didn't know what they were going to do to her.
I didn't know.
But later, she said everyone saw her leave the house crying. Or were you so drunk you don't remember calling her dad and asking him to cover it all up?
I called him because I was worried about her. He decided to cover it up.
And you let him. And now she thinks about it every day, what you didn't do. Well, you get to live your life without even thinking about her.
I do. I think about her.
But still, you haven't done anything about it.
She putting pressure on him.
You lied.
Yes, she said,
You
though.
did not text me because I knew you'd
Hold
say
them
not
accountable,
to.
Bonnie.
For your own good, you're putting yourself in danger. If I'm in danger, then so are you. And guess what? I'm a big boy. I can make my own decisions.
Besides, everything you guys get to do in this house is way more fun than my boring ass
Please, just take this seriously. No.
Here, like, I'm in some deep shit here. I do not want you
such a
here.
buzzkill.
We be murdering folks around here.
Right.
Like, you don't even know.
What if we
You
pin
think
up
we
Sharon's
just doing lawyer
situation
stuff?
jump?
You have
It's just another
4
actor, innocent until the
Says
end.
who? And since when are you the expert on all things suicide?
Which I'm sure makes him annoyed because he doesn't understand why
Wes,
pushing him like go home.
I'm gonna put you on another case.
Yeah, suicide is too close to home for him.
Why hide back here? There's room in the front. Annalise wouldn't want you to miss a word.
Oh, no, I'm just doing some research for class.
I actually want to go to the
Right.
This is case 903921, an evidentiary hearing to determine whether there is cause to test a post-mortem sample of Nia Leahy's blood. The burden is on the prosecution to establish the relevance of such testing. Ms. Sinclair, shall we begin?
Frank,
What?
look, this report, it shows the police found DNA at the Habstall crime scene that doesn't match anyone that lives or works at the mansion. Sinclair probably filed it in the wrong folder so we wouldn't find it.
Freaking mystery DNA.
Yeah, if it matches Philip, it puts him at the murder scene.
What do you think to his house? Get sample?
We're not breaking into our suspect's house.
Phew, that sounded scary.
Who are you?
Oliver? It's an honor to meet you, Professor Keating, Mrs. Keating.
You're the man that's constantly saving our asses.
It's nothing
Yes.
really, I just...
Oh, it's something to me. Thank you for your hard work.
Cut him a check. Because technically he ain't going to college, so he ain't getting no credit. So
She's so much
cut him a
nicer
check.
than you said.
Did Mrs.
You
Leahy
caught her on
ever
a good day.
express to you her desire to end her life when
She
you were
saw
her
one of her
nurse?
favorite people.
It's quite common for oncology patients to talk about dying.
To the point of asking for pills to kill themselves, which your fellow nurses claim Mrs. Leahy asked you about?
Objection, hearsay.
I'll rephrase. Did you provide Mr. Leahy with the potentially lethal drug secobarbital?
No, of course not.
Could you please read the visitor log and tell us what time Mr. Leahy arrived at the hospital on the day of his wife's death?
5:02 p.m.
And according to Miss Leahy's death certificate, what was the time of her death?
6:42 p.m.
So she passed an hour and a half after Mr. Leahy arrived at the hospital.
That's what you say?
Isn't that also the same amount of time it takes a lethal dose of secobarbital to kill someone?
Neither the prosecutor nor the witness can testify to medical facts.
Well, it doesn't take a doctor to conclude that Mr. Leahy poisoned his wife to death.
Objection.
You don't understand, do you? What it's like to watch someone you love dying when they're begging you to kill them?
Strike that response.
It's taking away their pain. Why shouldn't that be legal?
Ma'am, you incriminating yourself, low-key.
Your witness.
Sometimes people just talk too much. We didn't ask for an emotional response. Just answer the question. Yes or no. Yes, no, maybe so.
She could have left it at you don't understand what it's like.
No questions, Your Honor.
The hell? Nate lost.
What?
The judge only took 15 minutes to decide. They're gonna test Nia's blood. That's not all. She didn't cross the nurse.
What do you mean?
Eve. I think she threw the case.
But she might have a secret strategy.
Yeah,
She sat there and thought.
I ordered you a vodka.
I thought we're not supposed to be seen together.
Relax. I don't think anyone in the American Bar Association's hanging out here. Would you eat potato skins if I ordered them?
Stop this and talk to me.
Or mozzarella sticks?
Mozzarella
Eve,
sticks.
please, tell me. Did you throw the case?
Is that what your spy told you?
Is it right?
No.
I didn't think so. She thought it.
Who is he, by the way? You two aren't. I don't sleep with my students. You could. You're single now. Just tell me, why didn't you cross the nurse? Because we'd already lost. If Nate didn't do this, he'd want Nia's blood tested just to prove he's innocent. That doesn't mean that you don't cross your key witness. It does if you want to keep her on your side.
Okay. Makes sense.
What are you up to?
She's good at her job.
Nate knows the plan. That's all you need to know. Why are you doing this? Because you asked me to. That can't be the only reason. I told you, I don't expect anything from you. But shouldn't you? Because I want to be the person that can give you what you want. I do, but you are not in a place to choose anyone. I know. Which is why it's good I'm not asking you to. We're old friends who enjoy each other's company, that's all. All right? Did you two want to order something?
Mozzarella sticks.
I'll have another one. And, potato skins and mozzarella sticks. What the hell?
Ew.
I'm gonna get both. And I got a coupon. Whoa. Not the Trotter Lake footage. He hacked it.
Look up Asher and Trotter Lake, and this is what came up.
What are you doing? Watching you try to rap?
This is a prank, right? You didn't want to make this?
Nothing playing. Keep away.
Stupid thing.
Seriously, how much did Daddy pay for that?
Never, I hate you all for finding it.
Turn it off. I said turn it off! Don't make me be Annalise and yell at you to do your jobs.
Like Frank was in on it, though. He was having fun.
Hey, you think you could find a prosecutor's address for me?
He don't just never stop working here.
Hi.
Because everybody got the legal acts they want to
Right.
do.
Was
Put your
wondering if
ticket
you
in
could
at this
help me?
point.
Hope so.
Because
I was
Oliver
at a
gonna be
dinner
put to
party
work.
last night, and I shared a cab with a woman to here. She left her gloves. At least I think this was her building.
She always
Here's
put on
her
an accent.
picture. Do you recognize her?
Sharon, yeah. But she doesn't actually live here.
They're screwing. Sharon and the prosecutor, I had a gut feeling when I saw them together, so I went to his apartment and the doorman confirmed it. Sharon goes there all the time.
Maybe she meets him there for meetings.
Late at night, because that's when the doorman's seen her there.
That doesn't mean he'll testify against a DA he works for.
What if the doorman liked me?
Wait, you're willing to screw the guy to get him to take the stand?
No, I won't actually have sex with him.
But you can use sex. Be honest. Is there any chance you're wrong about this?
No. They're sleeping together, I know it.
Don't be desperate. Be smart.
Ms. Keating, are you ready to call your first witness?
I am, Your Honor. I'd like to call Assistant District Attorney Barrett Nelson.
Objection. Putting a prosecutor on the stand is completely
ADA
unprecedented.
Nelson brought this on himself.
Ms. Keating is
If I'm
grandstanding, nothing
grandstanding, then
more.
why not take the stand? A man of integrity such as yourself? You have absolutely nothing to hide, right?
I'm sorry, this will just take a minute, then we can go get a coffee.
I'd wait for you all day, senorita.
Oh my god, you're hilarious.
You would help Mrs. Tidwell whenever she needed a restraining order, is that correct?
Over 20 orders in all against your client. I'd be happy to go over each one in detail.
And was there ever a conflict of interest affecting your ability to fairly prosecute my client?
Not that I know of.
Allow me to help you out. Did you ever have a relationship with Mrs. Tidwell that became romantic?
That's a slanderous accusation.
Not if it's true. Answer the question, Mr. Nelson.
It's not
Have you
slanderous,
been
it's
speaking
true
with
now.
Sharon Tidwell?
Of course not.
There you are. She wants to talk to you.
Right now?
That's what she said.
I'm so sorry, come with me really quick.
Sure. Oh, I got this one, buddy.
Really, you're telling me that there's no one in this courtroom that can testify to such an inappropriate relationship? Your doorman, for example.
Tricia.
What the hell is this?
You're a material witness. The judge can hold you in contempt if you leave.
Tricia.
Are you prosecuting my client to cover up the fact that you are actually the man that drove Marco to suicide?
You are
You were sleeping with his wife, which means that you are the he that Marco kept referring to in his 911 call. Isn't that right, Mr. Nelson? Are you not answering because you know that anything you say will prove prosecutorial misconduct? You'd be disbarred or worse, be sent to prison?
I take the fifth.
Mr.
Annalise
Nelson,
got
I
you.
want to be sure that you know what you're doing.
I do, Your Honor. I assert the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination.
But doesn't that make you look guilty?
Yes, it does mean you're guilty, but you don't have to say it. Like, you don't have to confirm that what you say is true.
I'm free.
But yeah, it tells
I have
everybody you're
another
guilty.
chance with Sharon. No way the
I
relationship
feel like they
survives
made
this.
that
Sharon
just
hates
so
you,
you
Dale.
can say
You're a stalker, you're pathetic,
Yes,
and
but
you're
it does
foul.
help.
saying it.
Ah, and you're fired.
You're welcome
Excuse me?
for helping you win the case.
You want the trophy? It's in a box in the basement.
Is this because of Frank? Because out of all the terrible things that happened in the house, us being
I
together.
don't care that you two are screwing.
You do. Otherwise, why treat me like crap and let everyone else act crazy? Because they are, all of them. They're a mess, and I'm the one watching out for them. Fixing
You've been hard
problems
on
before
Laura
you even
today.
know they exist.
Don't you think I know that?
Why would I? You don't talk to me.
Because I don't need to. Me not paying attention to you is the best compliment you could ever get. Because that means I don't have to worry about you.
That's true.
Go back to the office and stop being needy.
Yeah, she don't worry about you and Michaela too much. It's the boy she gotta worry about.
Probably wants an update. She worries about you.
Yeah, all it was just
She should.
be a mess.
They're so emotional.
What's your deal with her?
Oh. Really? We're doing this?
What, you worried this could get more weird?
I don't know. Missed her, I guess. Not fun when I'm with her. You?
I hate
I hate her.
So you ready to do this, or?
She has made his life
Your big
very
speech
complicated,
first.
I have to admit.
I'm good.
Because ever since he met Annalise, he's just been in the shitstorm. I would stay far away from her. If I was him.
Oh my god.
I'm about the city.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You were looking out for me.
No, but I never should have exploded like that. It's just, that prosecutor.
She's a nightmare. I know. That's actually why I'm here.
In the matter of case number 903921, the Commonwealth contends that the victim's death is a potential homicide. Therefore, per my instructions, an independent lab has completed a full panel on Nia Leahy's blood sample. The toxicology report states the following. The blood drug screen test found no trace of secobarbital or any other potentially lethal medication in Mrs. Leahy's sample. Mr. Leahy, this court extends its deepest sympathies for your loss. We're adjourned.
She used her own blood.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say she messed up the results. Because the testing had been done in the hospital. They did something illegal.
Got someone from the hospital to switch the blood sample or change the paperwork.
Case is open. Go tell him this sweet one.
Why do you do it? Help her like this. Even though you could get in trouble.
You're making up stories in your head. And I can ask you the same thing. You're the one playing or spying when you should be in class.
I don't have a choice.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Just congratulations on the case.
That's how he feels, like he doesn't have a choice. I mean, she does have a lot of things over him. But...
Look, I screwed up big time. And yeah, I was wasted, but you're right. I saw them go up there and I didn't do anything. And maybe that says a lot about me, about how stupid I was and how stupid I am, but I didn't know if they were gonna do that. I didn't. And it happened though. And they raped her, and that's on me. And I just want to make it right. I want to reach out to her and apologize and give her some money.
Money can't fix this.
I'll testify against my dad. I want to tell the DA that he covered this all up.
And what does Tiffany get out of that?
Nothing.
She
You
doesn't
should
want
be
to talk to
guilty
you
conscious.
or go to court and recount all the horrible things that happened to her. Even you thinking she would shows how you still don't get this. She went to a party and her life changed forever, and everything she does now, she works so hard to be okay. Well, you just get to keep on being you, oblivious and the fun guy. I can't look at you the same anymore.
I'm so sorry. I don't care. I do, because I care about you. And I understand why this is your thing.
My thing?
Oh, she don't know about that.
Yeah, because of Sam, what he did to you.
She told you, didn't she?
Put that away.
Uh-oh.
No more work tonight.
Secrets never stay secret.
Tonight. When are we going to Paris?
Whatever you want.
But let's just make sure we get a flat with a view of the Sacre-Cœur, even if it's outrageously expensive. Oh, that's not a problem. I've got Sam money.
That's Sam money.
That boy, I told you I'm not sleeping with him. I know, it's not that. He's the one you're protecting, right? I don't want to talk about it. I wouldn't either. It doesn't make any sense. All this craziness to protect some student. He's not just some student. It's him.
What?
You are a very good person.
She basically said that he was the one that killed Sam.
Fine, you're not.
Without saying it.
Oh, I thought she said it's her son.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. Cause like, it could have been, he could be her son, and then his mom adopted him when he was young before she killed herself.
I don't think they were saying nothing like that. Did she say?
She was like, it's him.
I thought she was just saying.
I'm on dude for
him.
dude.
He's the one that
Philip has
killed
an online
Sam. That's why I'm
profile,
protecting
closet
him.
case, obviously. So I made one too. He thought today we can invite him on a coffee date and get his
It all
DNA
elaborated.
from the coffee
What you're
shop.
saying is
Oh
true.
my God, you are one of us now.
No, he's not. And you're not going on a coffee date with a serial killer.
Okay,
That guy's probably still watching and
What
hearing
if
it.
I with you?
He knows y'all are looking for him.
I used your pick. You're much hotter than me.
Enough with the low self-esteem.
Seriously, I'd spank you before Walsh.
What's going on with you? Honestly, because you've gone too far here.
Which is exactly what Annalise would want us to do to win our case. Frank, this is a good plan, right?
No, it's not, and I'm not going anywhere near the guy.
You have to. This is the only thing that can get Catherine and Caleb off.
I don't care about your boyfriend.
I'll do it. I can say that I used some random guy's pick because of my low self-esteem.
That's exactly what y'all are about to do.
You're not doing
Watching
it.
out.
You hear me? You don't get to act crazy anymore.
What if I want to?
Until you get involved in something. He's gonna bait y'all. You look a little crazy. And he's gonna know that Connor's not some random guy because he watched both of y'all on screen at the same time.
Right.
Oh, God. This episode has been less stressful, and I'm so appreciative.
Hi.
Until the end.
We at the end. It's about to get crazy.
What's going on?
I'm prepared.
You told him. I didn't convince him not to testify, and that was you. You fixed it, like always, except this time I was the card you traded.
I traded your past, but I saved your future.
Mm.
And it worked. Else you'd be in prison right now.
I don't get to be mad about this, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying you don't get to be emotional about this. You knew what trouble we were in. What else could I have done?
Stop denying what you
She
did.
didn't deny it. She said she did it, but she said she
How
did
is
it for
this a
you.
good idea? How is it not? Because he could get caught. Or dragged into the bathroom where this weirdo could torture and kill him.
That part.
He's just gonna have a cup of coffee with the guy. It's a stakeout. It's sexy.
Oh my God, is that him?
Why is Laura in the backseat?
You exposed me.
I didn't expose you. I saved you. You killed a girl in my basement, put a plastic bag over her head.
To protect you.
And I did what I did to protect you.
No, you did this to ruin me. The one good thing I had in my life.
Oh, don't you dare. Every good thing in your life is because of me.
You mean despite you?
I'll be right back.
Where the hell are you going?
I have to pee. There's a gas station just across the street.
Hey. Give me sniffers.
Pick up. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up.
What?
Pick up, pick up.
Oh shit, this is him.
Sorry, excuse me.
I feel like he pickpocketed her or something.
Everything that you're coming at me with right now is because of what your father did to you. And you need to finally deal with that.
I deal with it every day.
Oh, so do I. We both do, okay? I'm not the person to be angry with right now.
Shut up.
You may hate me for it, but it worked.
Shut up.
All right, buddy? It worked.
Bonnie's mad that this got out.
Sitting Snickers.
You eat too much sugar. I think it's beginning to affect your judgment.
You knew how much this would hurt me out of everyone
What is
you
going
knew.
on?
But you did it because you wanted to. You don't know how to love anyone.
Is that it? Is Bonnie in love with her?
I don't know how to love anyone.
Because I don't understand their...
All right, we go back to that fancy apartment, and you're rolling around in bed with that 25-year-old boy, and you're not hanging from a bedsheet behind some metal bars. Then you tell me that I don't love you.
I want you to die. That's what I want. That it was you they killed in this house, not Sam. Because he'd have never done this to me.
I'm gonna have to agree with him at least. Like, you'd rather go to jail than have told Asher the truth about what happened to you? Hurt her feelings for once. Okay. I didn't know if there was a secret love thing in the past, because I still don't really know their past. Just that she helped her out, but... Okay.
What the hell were you thinking? Get him out of there.
Relax, I got eyes on him.
You're an idiot. You need to shut it down right now. Right now, or else I'll call the police myself.
You down?
What?
Laura would feel like this ain't a good idea, and I have to agree.
Date's over.
What?
Yeah, we're ratted out. Let's go.
Could have called him.
I don't need no teacher. You come on my
He's going to his apartment. Because he knew where they would be in. Ah, shit. He's going to be inside. But Laurel just passed him, so they must live close. This dude gotta live close. What is he singing?
Hi, Oliver. How's your night going?
Okay, now he doesn't look crazy. But behind that screen, he looks insane.
What do we do?
Stop them. Stop!
Michaela, no.
Bonnie. Oh, she just out here murdering folks. I thought he was about to say Laurel through her. I'm like, well, whoa.
Right.
Bonnie. Handling it. Well, that will let them know that Bonnie is capable of murder. So when it does come out that that Bonnie killed Rebecca.
Make sure the
they'll
daughter's
believe
on court.
They'll believe it.
Right.
Okay. As usual, last 10
In
minutes.
court.
Last 10 minutes wasn't as bad as they usually are.
Yeah.
Wes just putting the gun up, but we know he'll have the gun later when we get to this flash forward. Bonnie's really upset. She rather went to jail than Asher know that she was raped by her father. She told Annalise, I wish it was you that died in this house. Sam would have never did this. Okay. I don't know. I don't think what Annalise did was horrible. It's not like she told the whole crew that
It wasn't
everybody
right.
was. But I mean, and given the circumstances,
But
she would have never said anything.
It wasn't right, but in the circumstances,
it was the only card she had.
it was the only thing she could do. But she should have told Bonnie afterwards.
That, or she should have made sure Asher was never going to say anything.
No, that didn't matter.
He didn't know.
He could say on God, and he still would say something.
But he assumed when he talked to her that she already knew what the plan was, because Annalise usually keeps Bonnie and Frank in the loop. So he said it out of, not knowing that
No,
she
he
didn't
tried
know.
to cover it up. That's why he said, Sam.
I don't know. Asher always do damage, but it was going to come out eventually. So, too much much going on. I don't even know how to gather my thoughts. So, okay, Bonnie again makes her second kill, kills the prosecutor. They all see, but it looked like Connor and Michaela were about to go snitch. He said, not again this time. But then that makes me think that Annalise getting shot was not a part of the plan, and Wes did it because we know he's getting fed up. He's saying that he doesn't have a choice in everything. He's feeling, that's what Eve got from him. Like, he kept saying, I don't have a choice. So maybe he's just so sick and tired of it. Maybe the Rebecca thing's about to come out and he blames Annalise. And maybe wrongfully so. Maybe she doesn't get a chance to explain. She's gonna protect Bonnie. She's not gonna just come straight out and say Bonnie did this. Right. So then maybe he shoots Annalise, but I still doesn't explain why Frank was at the hospital faking. Doesn't explain that. Doesn't explain why they're throwing Catherine in a thing. I still want to go with my original theory that they set up Catherine for all of this, but I don't know yet. Things are getting a little hectic. I can't see Bonnie killing. Why would the prosecutor even be there?
I don't think that's her name.
Catherine was the one that they, the girl.
Okay.
That Frank threw in the woods.
I thought you were talking about the lawyer.
No, that's Emily. That's Sinclair. They killed her, but I don't understand why Sinclair was at the house. So that's still all a mystery. I'm trying not to focus on that because it's just too jumbled right now. And I know we're going to get that episode where they let us know everything that's happening in sequential order, but still feels like we're so far from that. Then old boy popped up at Oliver's house. He's smart. He knew that they were trying to set him up because he'd been watching him. So they were all on it. I mean, they can't be far from his apartment because Laurel literally just passed him.
Right.
So they got to be close. So he's going to talk to him. But he didn't come off as murderous. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't, to me anyway. He just said, hi, Oliver. He might just want to talk. He might not do anything crazy. And he probably didn't want too many people around. So I feel like Oliver is a good middle ground. Hopefully.
It's just because you don't know.
I don't know anything. I don't know what I don't know. But Nate got off. They were able to cover it up. Eve played just as dirty as Annalise, even though she tried not to. But she's in love with Annalise, and Annalise is in love with her. So okay. Yeah, and Bonnie just is not feeling Asher after learning the truth. And that's all I got. This one was easier to take in. This week it really was. I don't feel like my head is spinning as much. I feel like I could process everything. I think that's all I got, honestly, for this week. I'm kind of glad. I feel like it's too much sometimes. I need a little break. We're just gonna have to see what happens when we get to this flash forward. So that all being said, thank you guys for watching. Of course, we want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to Patreon for more.
And we'll see you guys for more How to Get Away with Murder.
Bye.